Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the GW Panther, the Tier 7 German SPG. This one's located on the south spawn of Overlord under the command of talon1958. Well, we didn't do any replays at the end of the week to actually show you what actually happened and who won, but we will be doing a catch-up with the videos from last week very shortly in the next day or so. This is from this week, yes, so this is the latest fight, and Talon's the first one to submit a replay for this game that he had on Overlord. Now, GW Panther, 15cm howitzer mounted on a Panther hull. It's got a nice little turret that swivels 26 degrees either side, so you've got a 52 degrees of area that you can cover. That's not as good as the Americans. They've got 30 degrees either side on the M44 and the M53, M55, but it's still pretty good for a German Arty. Okay, I think he's, is he ready? No, he wants to go even further. I think he's in, he's got his bathing suit on, and he wants to go for a quick dip. Yep, he's in the water. Okay, ready to go. Well, the first target that comes into sight is an M4A1. It's a Tier 7 game with Tier 5 tanks in it, and that's the Tier 5. Rounds out. Direct hit, 284. First shot. Gets a really good hit. Non-penetrator, but it certainly damaged that M4A1. Okay, he's going to go for the T1 Heavy next. In fact, there's 3 tanks there at the same time. And in fact, he selected the Cromwell, but he's now following the OI. Rounds out. Direct hit for 124 this time. Now the 15cm howitzer will do 600 alpha, penetrates 39mm of armour. Reload time by the book is 25.89, but Talon's got it down to 20.97, and he's about to go again. Yep, that's a hit, but it's only 10 because it seems it hit the heavy armour. Okay, we've got some action going on over here, so... Oh, that was unfortunate. P-43 just died, but if we can put a shell amongst those tanks there, I think that's going to yield a lot of hit points. Okay, he's trying to get a shot on the Striv, who's now hidden behind the bunker. He knows where to go in order to protect himself. But there is an M4A1 up there and a Cromwell, and... Rounds out. Well, that's a direct hit for 245. He marked the target, and the target's now gone. T1 Heavy got the kill. Okay, the enemy T1 Heavy is sitting here, and Talon's almost ready. Yeah, he's got a very quick reload on this Arty. He's using premium consumables to do it. Oh, lines it up on the Cromwell instead, rounds out, and... Well, that one actually landed behind the Cromwell. I think that was bad RNG more than anything, because he was lined up on the front of the vehicle. But it might have damaged the T1 who was actually sitting behind the Cromwell. And the Cromwell, he's decided to pull back. We're 2 down on the enemy at the moment. Talon's decided to switch to this bathtub, the S35CA. Rounds out. Oh, good hit. 204. It wasn't a penetrating shot, but that tank destroyer does have very thin armour. Here's a Tier 5. See if we can get another one in. He doesn't seem to be moving. Well, he is now, because obviously he realises he's in danger. Our team are moving up on the beach, so he could actually have a go, but he's gone for the bathtub again, and he gets a pen, and he takes him out of the game. The shell hit the side armour, which obviously is fairly weak, and now that bathtub is now in heaven. Okay, well, in the garage at least, not in heaven. Okay. Oh, perfect! Penned the side of that Striv 74 right into the weak side armour. It is basically an M42 with a different turret, but that was a beautiful shot on that Striv 74. Very difficult shot as well, because he was only showing the top of his vehicle, because he was basically hull down position using the dune. Okay, trying to go for the Churchill. Splashes him, but doesn't get anything. I think the shell went long and exploded a little way off behind him. We've managed to make back all the losses. We actually were 2 to 4 earlier in the game. Now we're 9 versus 5. So yeah, the kills are coming in. And of course Talon's got one of them. In fact, he's got 2 of them. And we've got a Hellcat making our way across the battlefield. I think our Strip 74 is an AFK, or rather he's sitting in the cap area. I'm not sure if he's AFK or not. I think he might be an AFK. Okay, Talon's focusing over here for the moment. Okay, there is an enemy tank on the cliff top that he can aim at right now, Churchill. He's decided to go for it. The Churchill's actually hiding and he's gone. Good. Okay, now we got the Hellcat, who's actually trying to get at our Arty there, our friendly Arty, the AMX13AM. Okay, line him up, work out where he's going. Here he comes. Rounds out. Yes! Right into his side. He didn't get a pen, but that Hellcat died immediately afterwards because he was a one-shot. Excellent shot there by Talon. Okay, the team are winning. There's only 3 enemies remaining. A Super Hellcat, an SU-14-1 and a Gorilla. And he's trying to navigate his way through these Czech hedgehogs. And I think he's not going to try and work his way out. He's just going to stay here and try and shoot at them at a distance. The enemy Gorilla just died and he's now looking for that SU-14-1, which is a very big Arty. In fact, I think we just spotted where he is. He's over in this corner here. We just saw the tracer coming out from this direction. And so you can't see him at the moment. I think he's behind those trees. I'm pretty sure it came from behind the trees. Right at the back. Yes, somebody else is marking that area. I think he's over here. Yep. Okay, I'd lob a shell in just to see. Well, our teammate in the AMX13AM did, but he's only got a 105mm round, so he can't stun anyone, but Talon can. So it might be a good idea, because if you stun somebody, it does drop their camo rating for a small amount. And, oh, there's the Super Hellcat. And yes, the SU-14-1 was in the bushes, but he's styling in now, trying to get a shot. Oh, too late. So if he had lobbed that shell in, he might have got some damage. And that's it. The game's over. And it's a victory. Did you bring your bucket and spade? So here's the end of battle results, and that was a second-class tanker for talon1958 in the GW Panther. He got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he managed to get 9 in this one, and his win rate was 2,470, which is Unicum standard. So let's have a look at team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in the game. That went to the T-3485, who picked up a Pascucci's for 1,910. So obviously he didn't get 20% of the enemy hit pool, and that's why he didn't get the high caliber. Second highest damage goes to the Hellcat with 1,854, and third highest damage in the game goes to Talon with 1,676. Yes, he was racking up that damage with 200 hit points a time by hitting those guys down on the beach. When it came to kills, it was shared between the T-3485 and the T1 Heavy, 3 kills apiece, and Talon managed to pick up 2 kills along with the AT-7 and 3 members of the enemy team, their Hellcat, their Super Hellcat, and their M4A1. And when it came to base XP, it was the T-3485 who got the highest damage. He got the highest base XP with 966. Talon picked up 755, which is pretty good considering he was top tier, and 720 went for the Dicamax. He fired 12 rounds, got 6 direct hits, 1 penetration on the enemy. I'd love to know which one did he actually pen. Is it one of the tanks he killed? No, it's not that one. It was the Striv. Yes, he put that round right through the side of the Striv, and it actually did pen him. Good shot. 9 splash damage on the enemy, 1,676 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damage 7 in the enemy, killed 2. 584 hit points of stun assist off 8 stuns. 32,843 credits to the game after ammunition resupply took away 19,403 credits profit. 1,132 XP times 2 for the first victory. 2,266 for mission completion, took away 4,531 experience points altogether. So the first game is a good start, as Talon said. No medals, but it doesn't matter because he's established he's got a second classer on the board right away. Let's have a look at the second battle, and that one is by Angelina. And the second replay is for Angelina75. She's in the Hummel on the south spawn of Abbey. Now, rather unusually, she's opted to use oil instead of a first aid kit on her Hummel. That might make it go a bit quicker. Beefs up the speed. And of course, she's got the premium consumables, which is chocolate, which obviously does make a big difference on reload time and also aiming accuracy. Okay. She's going to sight her place in a rather unusual spot, actually. She's aiming directly down the Abbey Road towards the enemy tanks and from behind the rocks. So that's out. Oh, beautiful! She got a direct hit on the Super Chaffee straight away. 218. She's on the scoreboard. T52 in the Abbey grounds. Can't do anything at the moment. We're reloading. It's 600 alpha from... No, 600 alpha. What am I saying? I've got the wrong figures here. Use the right sheet. Okay. She's got the stock gun, which is the top gun from the Gorilla. And it's capable of doing 480 alpha. And it'll penetrate 38mm of armor. Okay, the enemy just lost that Super Chaffee, the one she hit earlier. Just notice this Jackson at the back. Is he going to stay there or is he going to pull away? Rounds out. This should hit. Yes, he does. Oh, that's a pen. That's a low roll pen for 444. It's 480 alpha is the alpha damage. So, yes, she definitely got a low roll. It must have gone straight through the Jackson's armor. It's only 12.7 millimeters, I think, on armor on the Jackson. It is basically a Wolverine with a different turret. Okay, it's a couple of enemy tanks over this side, but I think she's a little too close to try and get that round over. She can't hit the Jackson at the moment because he's hiding behind the rocks there, the tower. Oh, she can hit him now. Oh, he made a big mistake there coming forward. Oh, no, kill shot! Right into his side for 45 hit points. He's out of the game. But we've noticed some enemies over this side of the map, and our friendly Arty is also firing in that direction. It's an M44. Okay, she can't fire at the moment when he pulls back like that. Wait for it now. Rounds out. Good. Oh, and a kill shot! She's got another one. Okay, she's having a look round for the other enemy Arty, or the enemy Arties. She might be able to hit the box tank on the west side of the map, but she's actually relocating herself right now. I'm not so sure it's a good idea to go over here though, because we know that there's an 88 on the enemy team making his way down the river road. All our guys are in the centre, so the best thing to do would actually be to leave this area and head north. Go to the enemy cap area. Rounds out. Oh, she's been spotted. She has been spotted by the M4A3E8. And she's moving, but can he shoot her? And he's not the only one over there as well. The enemy M44 is moving. Okay, she's going to try and get a shot on these guys. There's the M44. No, he's gone into cover behind the building. She's still spotted. And it's the 88 that's spotting her. She needs to get over this cliff ledge quickly. There's an 88 in our cap area. I'm not sure if she's going to be able to get away, but she needs to as fast as she can. There's an M44 only a short distance away, and I think Angelina's decided she's going to go and shotgun him. Her team is down by 3 tanks now. And she's trying to aim to hit that M4A3E8, and I don't think that's a good idea. She'd be much better off trying to... Yeah, we just lost an Arty. She'd be much better off trying to go after that M44, but we've been spotted. Nice hit, 148, but is she going to reload in time? Standard reload 25.31. Angelina's reload 20.50. And she's more than likely going to get a 105mm round from that VK. And yeah. Yep. Oh well. I think if she'd moved north when I was suggesting it earlier, it might have worked. She might have got to the enemy cap area, but now our team have been overwhelmed. There's only 3 left, and I don't think they're going to survive this one. They're just outnumbered 2 to 1. Yeah, I think this super chap, he's given up. He's not even bothering to try and get a reset. He could try and get a reset, but no, he's just given up. That's a bit of a waste. He could have got a defender medal. Here's the end of battle stats, and well, I'm afraid there was only a bruiser medal for Angelina in that game, because she did do quite a bit of damage to the enemy. She got 11 critical hits in that game, but unfortunately it was a loss. Her win rate was pretty good as well, 1,676. You can't deny that she was putting out as much damage as she could, while she could. But I just wish that she'd actually headed north while she had the chance to try and get away from those enemy tanks coming down the river road. They were fairly obvious. When she turned around and made a move towards the back of the map, I thought, why go over there? You actually can see that the enemy might be coming down the river road very shortly. Best to head north, go straight through the Abbey grounds, get to the enemy cap and start capping there. Anyway, let's have a look at the damage. Yep, the highest damage in the game was actually done by the Jackson on the enemy team, 1,641. That's the one I think that she hit. Yeah, and if we look at the personal details, did she actually pen that guy? Yes, she did. 489 hit points. She did get one big pen right at the start, and she later took him out of the game, but not before he actually did the most damage in the game to our team, 1,641. Second highest damage was our Strid M4257 with 1,592, and the third highest damage in the game actually went to Angelina with 1,129. When it came to kills, it was actually Arty52 did the best with 3 kills in that game, and he got a Piscucci's. The second highest was Angelina alongside the M4A3E8 on the enemy team, their T150 and their 88. And when it came to base XP, it's the enemy team did the best here, with the Jackson getting 658, their M4A3E8 getting 650, and then the T150 getting 627. Angelina only got 286. She fired 9 rounds, got 6 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetration and 6 splash. Damage of 1,129 hit points, of which 981 were at more than 300 meters. 2 hits received from the enemy, 2 penetrations. She was out the game. It was the VK2801 with the 105mm gun, I'm afraid. 5 enemy vehicles damaged, 2 killed, 5 stuns, no stun assist, and that's probably why she didn't get a category on that one. 14,454 in the free-to-play account, 70,000 completing a mission, 84,454 altogether, and after repair and ammunition resupply, she got a nice hefty profit there of 77,925. But if you take away the 70,000 for completing the mission, it's only 7,900 profit. But that's still fairly good considering it was a loss. She got 286 base XP, no multipliers, so that's all she got. But let's have a look at the third game, and that game is another Talon one, so let's see how he got on. Well, in this game, Talon's still in the GW Panther, but this time round he's on the south spawn of Prokhorovka. Now it's a tier 8 game, and he's bottom tier, tier 7. So let's see how he does in this one. You can see he's actually had quite a few ace tankers in the GW. It'd be nice if he could get one in this game. If he does, he wins the weekend straight away without having to do anything further. But if he doesn't get an ace, then he's going to have to, or they're going to have to put in some more replays just to ensure that they get the weekend lie-in. Now, so far, Talon is in the lead, but Angelina has a habit of getting ace tankers just like that out of the blue, and when she does, she wins the game. Super Hellcat. Oh, before he can fire, that guy's out the game. Okay, we've got a setter running up and down the centre line doing some spotting. Now, I'm sure he's going to turn towards the centre line, and no, he doesn't. Surprising. I would have been doing figure of eights around the centre line, really frustrating the enemy who keep shooting at me, but they wouldn't be getting anywhere. No sign yet. Our Progetto's moving up. He's found someone. It's the setter. And yes, he is doing figure of eights. A little further over, that setter. Okay, the way to do this is to actually lead the target just enough. Oh, but he's not doing that because he's actually found a more interesting target to fire at. A VK16801P. Okay, rounds out. That's a hit. Only 8 hit points though. Now he's changed position, but not by far. Okay, we've got a Tiger 1 on the reverse slope of the hill. And he loses sight of it, so he's changing back to the VK again. Okay, stop. Rounds out. That's better. 181 this time. It actually landed on top of him, not the side armour. It got the heavy top armour, or the light top armour, I should say. I think the last round when he fired it in, actually did hit the tracks area, and that's why it didn't do that much damage. And that's a little late. Yeah, because the you needed to provide a little lead because the Progetto's much further away. He's changed settings or changed position again. Okay, he's ready. As before, his reload time 25.89 seconds. He's got 20.97. Nope, lost sight of him. There's the setter again. He is doing figure of eights. Yeah. Run up one way, run back the other, and see what you can spot. Looks good. It is 263. That was much better. Of course, the setter doesn't have much in the way of armour, but the good thing is once you hit them and slow them down, then it makes it easier for your teammates to do something about them. But he's pulling back because he obviously didn't like that hit. Okay, Skoda T27. What are you doing? He can't make up his mind which way to go. Rounds out. He'll probably still be there. Oh, direct hit! He is still there. Nice one. Yep, he was still there. He was still sitting there, undecided, and the round hit him and said, make up your mind. Okay, this GW Panther spy is also going to get the hit saying, what are you doing? Yep, 118 hit points. And he's changing position. Good. Okay, the 16801P's pulled back. Line him up. Rounds out. Looks good. Yes, direct hit again. He's starting to rack up the damage, and the fact is that because these are blind hits, he doesn't know how much he's actually scored so far overall. But I'm pretty sure that he's going to get a nice surprise at the end of the game. And there's that Tiger again, and he's been joined by the GW Panther slide. Rounds out. It's going to land in front of him. Oh, that GW Panther spy is now in terrible trouble, and he just got taken out by our Renegade. And, oh, Progettos, they have very thin armour. But he's elected instead to go to the AMX AC-48. 6 and... well, the shell went long, but it landed directly in front of the AC-46. Okay, maximise the number of different vehicles that you strike, and that will give you a Confederate. So if he can put a shell near the Progetto, that will help a lot. Work out where he's going. Good, good, good. That's out. Nice. Yes! 247. It hit him in the rear. Yeah, it's their old maxim. Hit as many of the enemy as you can. Doesn't matter how many. Well, it does matter how many. The more you can hit, the more chance you've got of getting a medal. If you get a medal, you get more credits, you get more XP, even if you lose the battle. Nope, that didn't hit anything, but it might have stunned him. He's got good moving discipline now. He does change position. It'll throw off the enemy. Now, where is the next one? The setter, I think he's looking for. There's also an UDES 14.5 around there somewhere. And the enemy have pulled back, so we really need our teammates to spot for us now. It's frustrating when you get these moments where you've got a shell loaded, but you've got nothing to shoot at. Okay, setter, go for it. No, lead target. That's it. Yes! Nice! Nailed him! Feel like that moment in The Equalizer where Denzel Washington got the nail gun out and nailed the Russian guy at the end. The Russian mafia guy. What a way to kill the enemy. I hope I haven't spoiled that film for you if you haven't seen it, but it's a very good film actually. In fact, it did so well in the cinema that they asked Denzel to come back and do another one. Long flight time on that one, and I'm not sure he got anything other than the stun. Unfortunately, because that our teammates can't see him, we didn't get any stun assist off that one. Okay, the challenger's in sight. But he doesn't go for it because the challenger's just been killed. Okay, we just lost our defender on top of the hill, but the Progetto's up there. And he's very low on hit points. That looks good. He changed course just at the last moment. I think he changed course because he knew an Arty round was on the way in. Okay, now we're 2 down on the enemy and looks like they are headed for our cap area from the hill. So he's elected to change position and move a little over so he's got a bit of cover. You can put around in this TNH. Does take a little while for the GW Panther to dial in. Shell went long. I'd stay close to the bushes because the bushes will give you some cover from being spotted from further up north. The Progetto's pushing. Oh, and he's not found anyone, so I think we can go north as well now. The ISU 122S is pulling back to cover the cap, and in fact, yes, it was a good idea to move because there is an enemy tank crossing the battlefield at the moment, the Progetto, and he's gone. Okay, Super Hellcat, that's a nice target. Thin armor. I feel a direct hit. Yes! Right through his armor. So this battle has taken a sudden turn for the good, and it looks like we're going to win it. I'm not going to count my chickens. We're only 1 up on the enemy, but it's looking very bad for the enemy right now because they've got most of their assets on the other side of the battlefield. They've got their assets over the railway line, and they're going to have to get back over the railway line in order to get a reset when we start capping. Skoda sitting on the just south of the village. No, can't get a shot there because the railway wagons are in the way. He knows that. That's why he's in reload at the moment. That's why he's pulled back. Well, it was a nice try actually, because sometimes rounds do go between the wagons. I've seen it. I've done it actually. I've shot between the wagons. You just let it dial in fully and then hold it steady and it does work. Last two to kill, the Skoda and the Lorraine. Lorraine's gone, so it just leaves the Skoda now. I reckon the Skoda's going to run south. I think he's going to head south because he probably realises that he's being boxed in. Wouldn't be surprised the ISU-122S comes across him. Oh, he was sneaky because he went through the village. He's now been spotted. Talon's turning to try and face him. Dialing in. And he's killed by the Renegade before Talon can dial in fully. I honestly think that Talon was not expecting that he was going to win that one, but he did win it because they got great shots on the enemy in the latter stages of the game, and they turned it around completely. He only got a second class tanker because he didn't get a whole lot of stun assist off it, but he did get some. A bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 8. But this time round, he got a Confederate because he hit more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. At least 6 tanks subsequently taken out by other teammates. And his win 8 was 3,249, which is Super Unicum standard. So yes, he was getting the hits and doing the damage, and it all worked out well for him. Let's have a look at team score. Well, in this one, he didn't get the highest damage in the game. That went to the Progetto 46 on our team. Picked up a Brothers in Arms and a high caliber for 3,775. Second highest damage was the Renegade with 3,214. And he also picked up a Brothers in Arms for having at least 3 kills in platoon with the Progetto. And the third highest damage in the game went to the Progetto on the enemy team with 3,040. And then we've got Talon with 2,063, so he's in 4th place on damage. When it came to kills, it was the Progetto 46 that did the best with 4 kills. 3 kills went to the Renegade, the ISU-122S and the UDES 14-5 on the enemy team. And we can see that Talon picked up 2 kills alongside the Challenger, the Progetto 46 on the enemy team, their Skoda and their Setter. And their Setter got an Orlix medal. Well, that means he obviously took out at least 2 enemy tanks. I think if I remember correctly, the Orlix medal. There it is. 2 or more enemy tanks or tank destroyers in a light tank, and they have to be at least 1 tier higher. That's pretty good going, actually. And basically, all he was doing was racetrack patterns at the centre line, trying to spot the enemy for his team. Anyway, go back to the XP, and we can see that this time round, Talon's in 3rd place with 838. The high scorer being the Progetto, followed by the Renegade. Progetto getting 1421, which is not bad. 1,222 to the Renegade, 838 to Talon. He fired 19 rounds in this game, 7 direct hits on the enemy and 2 penetrations. I'm pretty sure that one of the pens was that Super Hellcat, which he actually went through the bushes. Yes, it was. And the other one was the Setter. Yes, it was. Yes, again, he got them both right. And 12 splashes on the enemy as well. 2,063 hit points of damage. All of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 9 in the enemy. Killed 2 because, of course, he kept changing the aim to get a new different tank to actually damage, and that racked up his level or number of tanks that he hit, even though he actually got 2 kills as well, which is pretty good going actually for an Arty in this game. Yes, so 617 stun assist off 12 stuns. Not a lot of stun, but it would have been nicer if they'd done a bit more stun assist, because that would have given him a 1st class or maybe even an ace. 36,840 credits to the game, 50,000 for completing a mission, 86,840 altogether after ammunition resupply, 65,560 credits profit. 1,257 XP times 2 for the first victory, 2,514 experience points altogether. I think this puts Talon solidly in the lead by quite a margin actually, although it's only a 2nd class, and well, Angelina's got that habit of getting ace tankers, so she might claw it back very shortly. But it's still very good because he got a Confederate as well and a high win 8. So I think we'll just have to wait, because later on during the week we'll probably get some more replays from Talon and Angelina, and well, remember I'll be doing another video or set of videos on the replays from last week, which I forgot to do before the weekend. I think a lot of flurry of battles came in right at the last moment, and I was so busy with other replays that I just didn't get the chance to get them done. But I have got them done. They're in the list and they will get done probably later on today. But if you enjoyed those replays, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.